Well, here's the wrap today, and hopefully you've watched or read the first two parts of Burr to Better. Burr meaning bitter to better. And part three today is entitled Better is Greatest. Better is Greatest. And I find it interesting. We're going to go right to talking about the Bible. I find it interesting that Jesus teaches on greatness in the same chapter of the book of Matthew that he teaches about the unmerciful servant. So basically, the boss lets loose of the debt owed by his servant, and then the servant goes right out and he's got people underneath him, and he doesn't show mercy like he was just given. So we're talking about forgiveness today to get rid of that bitterness. And so I'm going to go right to the scripture that I want to read and make some points on today. Listen to this from Matthew 18 verses 1 through 4. It says, "At that time the disciples came to Jesus and asked, 'Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?' He called a little child and had him stand among them, and he said, 'I tell you the truth, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, whoever humbles himself,'" listen to that, "'whoever humbles himself like this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven.'" Big words from Jesus there. Jesus uses a child as the picture of what greatness is supposed to look like. So we've got to learn from that today. Think about it. Honor comes from humility. So we have to go down before God will lift us up. Do you get that? We have to go down. We have to be humble before God can lift us up or do anything. That's really not the world's way at all, is it? Not what we've been taught as we've grown up, probably. But don't get me wrong. I'm not saying through that, and I don't think Jesus is either, that children are sinless. But here's what they are compared to what we can be as adults sometimes. Children are teachable, the little ones. They don't want much, don't expect a whole lot. They have faith-like attitudes where they expect God will answer their prayers. And the last thing is, they depend on their earthly father to meet their needs. So that's kind of the picture that Jesus is painting there. So the question is, do you want to be great? Do you want to be a great person? Do you want to have a great family? Do you want to have great friendships? Do you want to be part of a great Christian church? Do you want to be a great Christian, for that matter? Well, first and foremost, you're going to have to do this. Think about it now. You have to be hooked to the great one himself. The great one is not Wayne Gretzky. It's Jesus. And it says in John 16, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life." That's what I'm talking about today first. And then after that, here it is. One of the secrets to winning in life, or living a life to the full, is a life of forgiveness that we've been talking about. Get this. It takes humility on our part to say, "Okay, God, I'm handing over my bitterness and other poisonous things inside of me," like we've talked about in part 2. And I'm even handing over my unwillingness to forgive to you. Have it. And Jesus says this is how we stay holy. This is how we stay happy, 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 like the song. And this is how we become great in God's eyes. It's a life on our knees where we're saying, "Help." And we're also saying, "Here, Lord." A constant life of, "Here, take it. I don't want it." And you're basically saying, "Here's the junk that I'm holding on to in here and here." And we will go from burr, or bitterness, to better. It's the greatest. And you might as well try it, because you'll like it. Have a great day as you ponder what I just shared with you.